covering day 3 of India versus England at Trent Bridge and Bangladesh's historic T20I series victory versus Australia in the company of Neil Chakravarti from San Diego, originally from Hyderabad, in this volume of
Krikasi Diaries.
Have a look at that, Miles up, oh, it's nearly taken someone out of the stands. That was a flat six right under the stand there, the George Giffen stand, up into the members, and it went like a rocket. Well, wicket 24.
Welcome back to the show, Neil. Are you having a good day? How's it going?
It's a great day, nice sunny day in Southern California. I had a day off from work, so yeah, everything's good. India did well, sab sahi hai.
I think India did very decently with the bat, or 95 runs ki lead on this wicket. I think it could prove to be very crucial. So let's talk about the batsmen a bit. Before I talk about the main batsman, I just want to talk about India's lower order. Shami, Siraj and Bumrah contributed with 43 runs actually, so 48 runs, and India ko to itni aadat nahi hai lower order ki contribution ki, and when the 9th wicket fell, 62 runs ki lead thi sirf. वहां से लेकर 95 तक लेकर जाना, Bumrah hitting sixes, I think that could be a big difference in the game. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think actually उन्हीं के बारे में बात करनी चाहिए क्योंकि they were the superstars of today because the way अगर आप देखो इंडियन टीम की जो performances रही है last couple of years, I mean this core group of players who have been playing together for I think 4 or 5 years now, this has been the flaw of this team, and मैं इसको flaw कहूँगा, problem नहीं कहूँगा क्योंकि problem का तो solution फिर भी मिल जाता है कभी-कभी. Flaw का होता है कि like you don't have a solution, you have to pick these bowlers because they are your main fast bowlers, they are the among the best in the world, so you don't have an option, you have to pick them, but they are absolutely horrible. Like it's like we play essentially 6 wickets.
Yeah.
We don't जैसे 6 wicket हो जाता है, it's like our innings is done. तो अगर आप if you look at the World Test, the Championship final, that was the difference between the Indian innings and the New Zealand innings because top order, middle order, उनमें भी काफी they had glitches too. But the fact that a lot of these teams, like New Zealand, actually I think is among the top of the, like if you see the stats of how much the lower order contributes, and India I think is just above West Indies, right near the bottom. So when you play like football में भी देख लो, if you're playing consistently with 2 men down, you no matter what you do, you can't really compete if the opposition is doing really well. So it was really refreshing to see कि we did something about it, and क्योंकि जब राहुल out हुआ था, I think lead थी around 22 or 28.
22.
So 22, yeah. So my expectation was कि Jadeja कैसे भी करके strike farm कर ले, and like if we can somehow get it to 50, that was my expectation. So the fact that we actually got it to 90 plus, that is huge. So I don't think it means a lot going forward because I think it was a good day. I don't expect this to keep repeating क्योंकि मुझे पता है इनकी skill set क्या है, but it worked today and it can be a huge advantage in the in the second innings going forward.
Definitely, I believe the same. But the India की ये problem, I mean, flaw as you put it, काफी देर से चल रहा था. I've read articles on how India's lower order is one of the least contributing lower orders. और जब lower order आपको contribute करता है ना, वैसी team में बड़ी जान आ जाती है. So I think this is really good going forward in this test match. और ऊपर से like who would have thought कि बुमराह इतने छक्के लगा देगा. And even in my previous episode, I said कि 70 to 80 runs India की lead हो जाए तो I think India have got this game in the bag. तो 95 तो even better. मगर चलो lower order की तो हमने बात कर ली. Let's talk about Ravi Jadeja. I'm going to eat my humble pie over here. I said that India should have selected Ashwin over Jadeja, but Jadeja came out and did exactly what he was selected for. And that's 6 of Jimmy Anderson, wo jo flick pe chhakka diye. Matlab, wow. I just loved watching his innings, man. So solid down the ground, brought out his shots, then brought out his sword. I just love watching Ravi Jadeja play cricket, honestly.
And he's become such a consistent batsman at that number 7 spot because it's not like कि उसके hit and misses ज़्यादा होते भी हैं. You can almost consistently bank on a 20 or 30 at a minimum from him, which batting with, क्योंकि उसको आधा time तो he has to bat with the tail. It's pretty invaluable, and I know what you're talking about. In fact, I think तुम लोगों का जो आप लोगों ने review भी किया था series का, and you're talking about the combination India has to go with. I think team management completely went left field from all of us because they and actually ties into मैं जो पहले वाली बात कर रहा था कि the जो lower order की batting है ही नहीं. I think they were forced to. They had to do something out of the box to have some sort of a solution. So ideally, Ashwin is our best test spinner. He has to play every game. But the problem is, as you said, Trent Ridgway, are you gonna play two spinners? But then you can't drop Jadeja because already a weak tail, you are weakening the one guy who can at least do something with the tail. So तुम्हारे पास option यही हो जाता है. It's a very harsh option because the way Ashwin has bowled in the last couple of years, he's been very consistent even abroad. But you have to take some sort of an. I think the fact that the tail is so weak played into that. In the thinking about, and Shardul ne prove kiya, not getting those wickets in the first innings. Halki, batting uski chali nahi, but.
For the chalo, he got a peach from Jimmy Anderson, so Shardul can get a pass.
Absolutely, and वो तो अच्छे से अच्छे like हमारा captain out किया golden duck पे तो. But I think Jadeja right now he is getting into that zone of an all-rounder where you can be picked on both your bowling and your batting. And even the stats show that, like if you see the last 50-60 years of Test cricket, and agar aap, like the better the batting average and the lower the bowling average, that's how good an all-rounder you are. He is in the top 5, and he's like the only people above him are like absolute greats, like Sobers, Imran Khan, and Callis. So the fact that he's doing it right now, I think he's kind of coming into his peak. And uske jo shots hai, so he, even when he takes chances, it's like very clean chances. So it's more often than not he will connect. So आज जैसे out भी हुआ था, but then he connected a lot of those same shots before he got out.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned this as well कि जडेजा जो है पिछले कुछ सालों में बहुत ज़्यादा consistent हो गया, and he always gets India those runs regardless of what format it is in pressure situations. So I think he's definitely my player of the day. मैं तो उसकी innings की highlights भी 2 दफा देखी हैं. And like you said, such clean hitting, और दूसरा he plays with such confidence, such responsibility, tail को भी लेकर चलता है. So I think that he might prove to be the difference as well. Like अभी तो चलो game थोड़ी बड़ी है, so we don't really know everything. But moving on to KL Rahul. So this is a guy, Neil, who was tried as test opener for a fair bit. He didn't live up to expectations, then was dropped. Up here, India was going with Shubman Gill and then Mayank Agarwal. These were your two openers that you were kind of rotating. Happen chance से आ गया KL Rahul. Mayank को सर पे बॉल लग गई, concussed. Shubman Gill got injured. KL got his opportunity. And ठीक है, he got dropped twice, but his first drop was at 52. तो वहाँ तक तो chanceless ही पहुंचा था. I think he's also a batsman who has a lot of aggressive intent, but he was watchful. और Test cricket के मुताबिक situation के हिसाब से खेला. And I think those 84 runs, I mean, he's deservedly top scorer in this game.
Yeah, I think Rahul, he kind of fell behind the pack. He was the guy. He was the next big opener coming out of India. क्योंकि इन सबसे पहले आपने जिनका नाम लिया, like Mayank, Shubman Gill, even Prithvi Shaw played a couple of innings as opener. But Rahul got his chance before all of these guys. जो I think 2016-2017 में Australia में series हुई थी, and he had a bad inning, but then he scored a big century in the last test match, and he was supposed to be that guy, like जो Murli Vijay, Shikhar Dhawan के बाद, in fact Rohit Sharma also was not considered as an opener at that point. उसको chance नहीं मिल रही थी test matches में. So the fact that he fell back, I think he kind of realized कि उससे गलती क्या हो रही है. He has a very offside-ish game, but he doesn't have I always feel like Rahul ki problem ye hai ki he's always stuck between being the Kohli and being the Pujara. Like there's that decisiveness that you seek for even in balance as a test batsman. It's sometimes lacking in him. I think he's mentioned in a couple of interviews that उसने काफी work किया है अपने technique में, so you can still keep scoring, playing your strokes while being, solid in your defense.
I mean, he's
And
so
that's kind of
aesthetically pleasing to watch. Square of the wicket on the offside,
Yeah.
एक back foot punch उसने दिया आज broad को खूबसूरत, and then cover drives. तो बहुत अच्छी खेलता है वो. I think that he's done enough over here to secure his spot as opener in this series for the time being, unless of course he fails a lot and then you can try Mayank or someone. But I think Rahul has done enough over here.
No, I think he's definitely done enough, and especially with his height, that you see the height of the English fast bowlers like Robinson, Broad. I think वो काफी help होती है to ride the bounce. He definitely has those shots square of the wicket. So Rahul performing well is a big advantage to India, and the way the bench strength right now is in the team, he knows that he wasn't gonna get a lot of chances. So उसने first innings में, he's scoring that 84 is a big. You can't wait till the second test match.
Yeah.
the way the team is right now. Because, I think Prithvi Shaw, has he landed in UK?
I don't think so. I think he'll be available third test onwards, but I would play Rahul ahead of Prithvi. Prithvi की तो हमने weaknesses देखी थी, थोड़ा expose हुआ था वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में. But well, I just wanted to talk about the fact कि देखो, इंडिया की जो spine है टेस्ट क्रिकेट में, पुजारा, विराट कोहली and Rahane, they contributed 9 runs in this innings, and India still got to 278. So I think that's a testament to the fact to how amazing India's batting is. I mean, it's historically been amazing, but I think this team has shown a lot of character today. Rahul, Jadeja, Bumrah, all the tail-enders. मुझे तो देखने का बहुत मजा आया. They took the fight right to the English boys, and I think that we've got a game over here, and India in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I think definitely in the driver's seat, क्योंकि इतनी ज़्यादा lead, with the kind of bowling India has, should be a game-winning lead. But obviously, you still have to get those 10 wickets. England is also a very tough team. I think the only as you mentioned, the middle order not performing. I think ये काफी देखा जा रहा है कि आजकल like this, the opposite of this used to happen where the openers are not firing and then the middle order rescues us. But off late ये ऐसा हो रहा है कि we are getting good starts, but the middle order is not capitalizing on it. Ki, like the complete package isn't happening. So I think that's also a testament to how good the bowling attacks across the world right now are. This English attack is very high quality. You can't, even if you feel like you've had a good platform, you can't relax, and they can come back into the game within a matter of a couple of overs.
Achha, before I end this segment, I just want to talk a little bit about Rishabh Pant. I've been following his career. He's had a very bright start to his test career. I think already he's only the only wicket keeper in India जिसने Australia और England दोनों जगह पे hundreds मारे हैं test cricket में. But I wanted to ask you a question. So I feel like Rishabh Pant only has one gear. वो आएगा, he's going to play his shots, he's going to express himself. Sometimes that comes off, and in recent times that's come off more often than not. But today I felt like, उससे नहीं लग रही थी. I felt like he should have just stuck it out a bit over there. But again, वही थोड़ी false stroke खेल ली उसने, and it gave a catch to cover. How do you feel about Rishabh Pant, the keeper in Test cricket?
So I think जैसे आपने कहा कि you're completely right. He has that gear, and वो 80% of the time वही gear में खेलेगा. I think we just have to accept that. The way we kind of accepted that about Sehwag for 10-15 years. But he has shown in a few test matches that he can also, this is Australia, some of his big centuries, he only opened up after a couple of hours of just playing it, playing a lot of defensive strokes. So he has that gear. I think what happens sometimes is also that, and of course I'm guessing because ये थोड़ी बातें ऐसी आई है team management से. I think he is also given that role. Like if the bowling is that consistent and that persistent, you're gonna get a good ball anytime. Make absolute use of whatever chances you're getting, and in a low-scoring game, a quick 20 or 30 can also have an impact. Especially when you have players like, चलो इस बार तो नहीं चले, but when you have players like Rahane, Kohli, Pujara who have good technique and who will stay at the wicket, so you take use of the of the bad balls. So I think उसको license भी काफी दी हुई है.
Yeah, license to thrill, जिसको कहते हैं.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think his
exactly.
role is pretty defined by the management. But let's see as this series progresses if it comes off or not. अभी तक तो उसके लिए चल रहा है. And again, like you said, in these low-scoring games, वो 25 runs जो उसने off 20 balls दिए हैं, even that could prove to be very key. Acha Neil, in this section, I want to talk about England's bowling effort. It was the Jimmy Anderson and Ollie Robinson show, not the Stuart Broad show. And I want to talk about Jimmy Anderson, obviously, first. Yesterday, after lunch, he started hooping the ball in and out of the batsman, just like vintage Jimmy Anderson does. It's like he ages like fine wine. And personally, mera to favorite action hai in all of cricket. Wasim Akram hota tha, and now it's Jimmy Anderson. I just love watching them bowl. And then again, almost 40, picked up a 4-for, picked up crucial wickets too, like Virat Kohli, Cheteshwar Pujara. And then again, even though he was so unlucky ke England uski bowling pe drop hua KL Rahul twice, he eventually got his man. And then Shardul for a duck. I really do believe or feel he deserved a fifer, but how lucky do you feel, I suppose, to be watching Jimmy Anderson in this day and age, still 2021, and we're watching classic Jimmy?
I can't believe that, because I remember like इसने debut किया था, I think against Pakistan, right, in the 2003 World Cup.
Yes.
I don't know if it was debut, but
man
it was
of the match
first time.
tha. Man of the match.
Like it was the first time people like actually got to know about him, and then he went away for a while, came back.
Hasn't looked back
very
since.
Different bowler, like yeah. And I don't think किसी ने expect किया था उस time पे जब वो निकल गया था that we are going to be looking at a 700 test wickets bowler. So and in these conditions, I think he's one of the best we've ever seen.
I think Wasim Akram ne bhi bola hai ki now the king of swing is Jimmy Anderson, and then 621 test wickets for a fast bowler. I think he's played the most amount of tests for a fast bowler as well. Overtook, of course, the great Anil Kumble as well, and Kumble sent out a very nice hearty sort of tweet as well, so that was good to see. I just hope that we get to see more and more of Jimmy. I honestly want him to get 700 as well.
Yeah, I think Kumble ka काफी interesting है, because I think Kumble and Jimmy Anderson are very similar, have had similar careers in the sense that they never really got that much credit as as their wickets would suggest. I think Anderson का भी काफी ये होता है कि he's only good in home conditions, कि England की the conditions, the pitches really suit him, and he takes a lot of wickets. But we've seen so many bowlers. You still have to have a lot of skill to do it, and he showed that. The bowling he did today, that channel that he bowls in, and he has the ability to move it both ways. Rahul essentially was a victim of that persistent leg. नहीं तो you can get lucky once or twice, but तुम कितने बार lucky होगे against such bowling?
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है. अच्छा, enough on Jimmy. Let's move on to Ollie Robinson, first fifer in Test cricket, and to come back from what he went through. I mean, sure, he was very young when he sent out those racist tweets, and of course, जो सजा मिली बिल्कुल जायज़ है. In today's climate, you have to be cognizant of this sort of stuff. But again, showed a lot of character. ठीक है, उसकी इतनी aesthetically pleasing wickets नहीं थी, but a fifer nonetheless, especially when the support from Broad and Curran wasn't that great, and had Ollie not performed, India तो मेरे ख्याल से 400 कर जाती.
Yeah, because I mean Anderson can only do so much.
Yeah.
So I think Robinson ka and this is also a profile of a bowler that India has kind of struggled against in the past. His height अच्छी है, he uses his bounce to good effect, and I mean, at least mainly surprisingly for a bowler of that profile, he has a very good ball, pitched up ball too. So as a batsman, you're always guessing, and he kept, even when these tailenders were going for their shots, and बहुत frustrating होता है. Like even as a fan, it's so frustrating. When you see the team has taken most of the wickets, or the tailenders runs बना रहे हैं. So you can imagine how frustrating it is for bowlers, and a lot of bowlers lose their line length in that frustration. But he stuck to his guns. You saw it with Sam Curran today. He lost his line. Exactly. And I mean, Robinson, he doesn't have a lot of experience either, but he stuck to his lines, and he got the job done. तो वो aggression भी थी उसके bowling में. You could see, I think he was having a little bit of a tussle with Rahul too at one point. So yeah, I mean fair play to him, man. Like to come back, जैसे आपने कहा कि the
इतना आसान नहीं होता.
reprimand. Yeah, it's so tough because you're having to come back in the front of the world. अब तो fans भी आ गए हैं.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, happy for him here as well. Acha, just one last bit in this segment. Those two drop catches. How crucial do you think they are? I think that's where England have pretty much dropped the match. मुझे तो लगता है India will surely take this. I'm pretty confident about it. Obviously, you can never say never in sport, but I think those two drop catches will turn out to be the difference. Because Rahul खड़ा रहा, वही Rahul out हो जाता तो tail जल्दी expose हो जाती, तब क्या होता हमें पता नहीं है. And I think first Tom Sibley, then Joe Root out of all people. England will really rue those chances.
Yeah, because as any opponent of India, I think when you get down to those 5th wicket, 6th wicket, you should kind of start really backing your chances of rolling through. So you're right, like you never know. अगर उस time पे हो जाता, the tails would have been up even more, and they could have probably taken the rest of the wickets away. But yeah, I mean, you don't expect a team like England to drop such catches, but I don't know how much of an advantage it can be because हमारे पास भी काबिलियत है कि to return the favor in the second day. I won't be surprised if India drops a couple of catches in the slips either.
चलो देखते हैं बारिश इजाजत भी देती है कि नहीं, ये भी तक चक्कर चल रहा है. Okay, Neil, so England's batters survived the rest of the day. They were 25 without no loss. कुछ उनका कमाल था, कुछ बारिश का. But now India is still 70 runs ahead. There's 2 days of play remaining. How much do you feel that India would feel comfortable chasing over here?
I think anything over 150 will start getting into a troubling zone because, as I said in the first segment, I'm still not confident about what happened. मैं हमेशा कोई भी टेस्ट मैच होती है, मैं ये सोच के चलता हूँ कि we have 6 wickets, so 6 or 7 at the max. So I think 200 plus is going to be tough to chase. But if it's around 150, what can happen is you talk about somebody like Rohit Sharma at the top of the order, somebody like Rishabh Pant, they bookend the innings, right? They can take the game away from you they don't even have to be technically absolutely right. They can take the game away from you in a matter of overs. And then 150 suddenly becomes close to 120, and then the rest can do the job. So I think from England would want to get as close to 200, 250 as possible, and I think India would want to, because 200, 250 is tough to chase in the 4th innings.
100%.
No matter what has happened in the first 2 innings, it's a really tough ask. But I think
Pakistani supporters से पूछो ना, हमसे कहाँ होता है 200 chase कभी भी. But खैर, I feel like I have more faith in the Indian batting than you. I think anything up to 200 India will chase. 200 से ऊपर मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ा tricky हो जाता है.
Yeah,
so if
exactly.
I was England, I would go in with the mindset कि बस पूरा दिन खेलना है. पूरा दिन आप खेल लोगे तो वैसे ही आपके 250 runs हो जाएंगे even if you play slow.
Absolutely,
and if they get 250, they'll see themselves 180 up. And they'll be very much in the game, but I think 200 is that psychological barrier. If they can post a target over 200, India could very well be in trouble. But generally, from what I've seen from India's bowlers, I think अगर थोड़ी भी कभी overcast conditions हो गई, तो वहीं game खत्म हो जानी है. Shami and Bumrah are on fire. At least they were on fire in the first innings, and I think they'll grab the game by the scruff of the neck. Conditions provided.
Yeah, I think it'll be really key to see कितना damage कर सकते हैं before the lead gets erased, because mentality wise, I think psychologically, if they get to the lead with just maybe 1 wicket down, I think that'll really help England. So India's point of view, you need to get a couple of wickets, 2 or 3 wickets, especially if you can get Joe Root before the lead is wiped out. That'll be really amazing.
So that means that this first session tomorrow is the real crucial session. काफी जो गेम है इस सेशन पे हिंज कर रही है. If India get quick wickets or at least get 3 or 4 in this session, then they're definitely in the driver's seat. Even though they are already, but फिर तो बहुत ही firmly वो हो जाएंगे इस गेम के in control. And then England will want to survive the first session and then just kind of play out the day and swell the lead as much as they can.
Yeah, that first session is going to be really interesting. Really, from both teams' point of view. Yeah, देखने में मजा आएगा. हमें देखना पड़ेगा अभी, like आज Friday रात है तो now that you said it, I have to now make my plans accordingly, because I think 3 बजे 3:30 बजे यहाँ से the telecast begins here.
Yeah, chalo, good luck for that. One final thing I wanted to talk about, of course, Neil, is that Bangladesh have taken an unassailable 3-0 lead versus Australia in the T20I series. It's a phenomenal achievement for Bangladesh, their first ever series victory against Australia in any format. And लोग कहते हैं कि चलो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पास बिग बॉयज नहीं थे, उनके स्मिथ, वार्नर, फिंच, मैक्सवेल, पर बांग्लादेश के पास एक तमीम नहीं था और सीरीज तो आपको जिताई है यंगस्टर्स ने. ठीक है, मुस्तफीज वाज अमेजिंग टुडे. फिज bowled 4 overs, 9 runs, 15 dot balls. That's absolutely amazing, especially in Asian conditions. मगर उसके बाद आप देखो तो Nasoom Ahmed is a slow left armer that they've discovered who could prove crucial for them in the World T20. And then you also have Afif Hussain, who was a lower order batsman, and he's been crucial in the first 2 games at least. So I think Bangladesh cricket is definitely on the up again, and this is a massive confidence booster for them, beating Australia.
Yeah, and I think Bangladesh is one of those teams jiska, they have a lot of like 1 year goes good. It looks like they are coming up. And look, even if they've had spells where their main team is doing well, their under 19 team is doing well. So ऐसा लगता है कि they can be, जो श्रीलंका के साथ हुआ था, like in the mid 90s, they suddenly shot up to be, they could go toe to toe with anybody. But just getting past that threshold, of being one of the big boys in international cricket, wo ho nahi pa rahi hai, but maybe a series like this, when you beat Australia, and if it's your first series, it's definitely a big achievement, no matter who's not available, because a lot of these players, especially in T20, with the series, with the World Cup coming up, this will give them a lot of confidence. And it's not like they scraped past or something. They've won 3. It's 3-0 right now.
Yeah, potentially whitewash ho sakta hai. And they've consistently bowled Australia out, well, not bowled Australia out, but restricted them to scores of 108, 121, 117. Koi bhi wicket ho, koi bhi pitch ho. That's a phenomenal achievement, and I think Bangladesh cricket, they're very well prepared going into the World T20. Abhi 5-match T20I series New Zealand ke saath bhi hai, so they have more time to figure things out. But coming to Australia, Neil, this is the 5th consecutive T20I series that Australia have lost. एक चीज तो जाहिर हो गई है कि बेंच स्ट्रेंथ जो इंडिया और इंग्लैंड की है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया डजंट कम क्लोज टू दैट. दे आर डेफिनेटली द वीकेस्ट ऑफ द बिग 3. और ठीक है, आप ये सीरीज को निकाल भी दो तो यू स्टिल हैव like 4 T20I series losses coming into this, and that can't be good going into a World Cup, especially in similar conditions.
Which is kind of surprising because if you talk about bench strength, I think especially in T20s, the way they have the big bash, and it's so on the world top leagues in the world, you would think at least T20 may, for them to fill up a second 11 would not be a problem with players that are coming through the big bash, because you play a really high quality opposition in all the teams there. So it's a little surprising that this is happening with Australia, and definitely can't help, because now you're suddenly in the situation where when the big boys come in, they have to kind of straight away come back in and start firing, and that can't help, like even from a preparation point of view. You kind of have to you've tried these guys and none of them are working, so you kind of have to go back to what you used to trust.
Yeah. Plus, this is the T20 World Cup is the only ICC limited overs trophy that Australia haven't won. So वो भी एक pressure होगा उनके ऊपर फिर. और ऊपर से मतलब, I don't know, Australia they always come in expecting to win, and their fan base does as well. So I think this is going to be a really difficult loss to digest, and let's see if they can even bounce back in the remaining T20Is.
I think वो तो एक चीज बच गए उन लोग की इसकी apparently for the first time in 30 years कोई telecast नहीं हो रही थी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में of this first time Australia is playing international cricket, and apparently some TV deal fell through, तो उतना झटका नहीं लगा होगा शायद फैंस को, but if they actually had to see this every day in a different time zone. But no, definitely this is this is probably not the greatest preparation. You don't want to lose 3-0 in a series that you're expected to to actually win.
Or at least compete, you know, they haven't even competed much. आज सिर्फ 4 wickets गिरी, फिर भी आपसे 120 नहीं chase हुआ 128. So these are really worrying signs. और इतना भी कोई inexperience नहीं था टीम में. Mitchell Marsh था, Moises Enriquez था, Alex Carey, Matthew Wade. So they did have players. of bowling attack तो stacked था. आज तो बल्कि उनके एक नए बच्चे ने hat-trick भी ली है, but again went in vain. But yeah, I think these are extremely worrying signs, and Australia ka camp jo hai, it's going to be in a bit of a pickle. Okay, folks, that was a wrap for Volume 18. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Neil, for coming on the show once again. Of course, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon in order to be notified about my latest videos. If you have any questions for future volumes, please tweet them at DefMango using the hashtag AskPikazi. I'll catch you later, guys. Kazi off the mic.
Have a look at that, Smiles up, oh, it's nearly taken someone out of the stands. That was a flat 6 right under the stand there, the George Giffen stand, up into the members, and it went like a